Hello everyone and welcome to State Champs at the State Finals. Elizabeth Kuhn here with our basketball analyst Lexi Ayala, and crazy to say that the 2024 season has come to a close.
It hurts. Our hearts are breaking, shattering, but we got to witness some big-time ballers this year.
Absolutely. We want to recap each division who got to take home that state championship trophy. Let's start in Division 4, Ishpeming, taking home their first state title in school history. How about that?
So awesome for this squad, a small community getting it done at the Breslin Center on the biggest stage, and they could have ran into some problems. Their leading scorer, Janessa Eagle, only started this game off with 2 points. The defense was locked in on her, but they played team basketball, and everyone weathered the storm together. They worked it from the inside out. They found those open three-point shots. The defense was good. They shared the basketball, and Janessa Eagle found her way. She still ended up leading the game with 26 points. She gets it done down low. She has really good footwork. She turns around, gets herself squared to the rim, gets those eyes locked on the rim. The fundamentals of this Ishpeming team was what was completely on 10, got them the win, had them stay together until the whistle blew.
Absolutely. And Ishpeming, a great performance, like we said, but Kingston, what a great season. They finished runner-up. You know, what do you have to say about this Kingston team?
Kingston did such a nice job in this game. They started off with a solid game plan, making sure to lock in on Eagle, and they weren't allowing her to score hardly at all to start this game. They hardly even let her touch the basketball. But, of course, Ishpeming found a way through their team basketball, but Kingston, way to get all the way to the Breslin. This is the biggest stage that you can play in high school basketball, and to make it here is such an accomplishment within itself. Kingston is going to be a team that I'm expecting we'll see a lot more of next season as well.
Absolutely. We were super impressed with that Division 4 matchup. Let's move now to Division 1. West Bloomfield able to get the job done this season. 2 out of 3 state titles in 3 years.
Ooh, and they almost had the three-peat. But last year it was the matchup. West Bloomfield, Rockford in the state finals, and it was Rockford who won it. But West Bloomfield came back for revenge this year in 2024 and got the job done, of course, behind the Davis twins. My goodness. Summer and India Davis. One gets Gatorade Player of the Year last year. The other gets it this year. These two are just absolutely complete ball players, and they have a good, solid team behind them. Everyone knows their role on this West Bloomfield team, and against Grand Blanc, it was pretty much easy money for everybody. I'm not going to lie. Grand Blanc, a really tough team, but they just didn't have what it takes against such a powerhouse of West Bloomfield. Their real state finals game was honestly in the semifinals against Rockford, a close game. One of the Davis twins hits the buzzer beater to send it into overtime. That's where all of the lights, camera action was on.
Yeah, absolutely. But we got to give some credit to this Grand Blanc team. Amazing season. First time at the Breslin. And Chelsea Cooper with 20 points. She really led this squad.
Good for Cooper to get 20 points on the biggest stage that there is at the Breslin. Even in a loss, that's got to feel good to know that you at least did your job. Cooper, she has that chip on her shoulder. She plays with an attitude, a swag that I love out of ball players. And she just goes down low. She's not afraid to make the dirty plays, get on the floor for it. She beats you to those 50-50 hustle balls. Grand Blanc, they made it into Big Lexi's Big 25 this season. And obviously, for good reason. A lot of the state was looking down, underrating them, and they showed why they deserve to be in it.
Yeah, absolutely. That was definitely a good one. Congrats to West Bloomfield. Let's move down to Division 3. The Ypsilanti twins and Arbor Prep getting the job done. 2 out of 3 state titles in 3 years.
Wow, this game was an absolute rock fight. I called the D2, D3 games, and my goodness, scoring was hard to come by. Every single bucket was earned. The Ypsilanti twins, they're normally really good at that driving, slashing game, but the defense that they were up against made it really hard for them to get inside and find those lanes, splice through. They started to figure out, but they had to do it in a different way. They had to rely on their pull-up jumpers, but the Ypsilanti twins, they never put their head down. They just battled it out. They weathered the storm. It wasn't the highest scoring basketball game you're ever going to find, but the tears at the end, the happiness, it makes it all worth it.
Absolutely. We love to see it. And Brandy Wine, they gave them a run for their money. Hey, their boys team won the state title just 2 weeks ago. They were looking to get the job done. They fell a little short, but hey, that was a great game.
Oh, it was a great game. Brandy Wine, they had the Bobcat fever. Their boys came in the week before and got the state championship. And my goodness, did this team just want it so bad. The wrestling guys, they were getting state championships. Their boys basketball team, the girls wanted the cherry on top and just continue that Bobcat fever. But, of course, the Utomi twins and Arbor Prep, just a little too much offensive power and talent for Brandy Wine to keep up with. But they stayed in this game all game long, and they hung their hats on the defensive end.
And in Division II, Detroit Edison getting the job done again. Their 5th state title in 8 years. But it was a battle against a really good Ann Arbor Father Gabriel Richard team.
It was, and so much props to Edison. This was the only championship game that Big Lexi's big predictions got wrong. I thought that the absolute beautiful, insane, unblemished season that Ann Arbor Father Gabriel Richard had without a single loss would come out on top, but it was Edison's experience that got the job done. Cooksey, my goodness, she plays with just such tenaciousness and tenacity that she gets inside. She hustles. She plays with that ferociousness that Edison has, and it was the emotional maturity of this team to get the job done. I'm not going to lie, Ann Arbor Father Gabriel Richard did look a little bit nervous playing against a powerhouse of Detroit Edison who's been there, done that many times at the Breslin Center.
Yeah, Ann Arbor Father Gabriel Richard coming into the Breslin Center undefeated, but you know, they have a really good squad, a lot of young players. I think they're going to look good next year, too.
Oh, my gosh, yeah, they are. The Rodriguez twins, just sophomores, so they'll come back as upperclassmen next year. And then Miller, this one right here, she hit the game winner in semis to bring them to the state championship. She's just a junior, so she'll come back next year as a senior. Their 3 main players, the core of this team, are all going to be back next year. Ann Arbor Father Gabriel Richard is looking at my #1 spot in my preseason rankings already for next year. This is just a team that is so fundamentally sound. Their chemistry is absolutely beautiful. I think it was just the youth and the inexperience of this team being on such a big stage that hurt them in the finals.
Absolutely. Well, we're excited for them next year. We're ready. We're already ready for next season. I don't know about you.
Literally, let's go. Can we start it right now?
Yes. Well, this season has been so much fun. We want to thank you guys for tuning in each and every week. And congratulations to all of our state champions. State Champs at the State Finals is presented by Lawrence Technological University. Be curious, make magic. Visit ltu.edu. State Champs at the State Finals is also brought to you by the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. The Michigan Army National Guard, a proud sponsor of the MHSAA. The Detroit Athletic Club Foundation Male and Female Athlete of the Year Awards. To see previous winners, go to dacathleteoftheyear.com.